Hello everyone and welcome to the Commexis Cast Daily for Tuesday, January 9th, 2018. All the news you need to know from our inbox to yours. I'm Matthew McGrorty, the videographer and podcaster here at Commexis, and today I'm joined by the lead strategist at Commexis, Phillip Brooks.
Good morning.
And the VP of Creative at Commexis, Anthony Finuoli.
Hello everyone.
So our first story today is a bit of an odd one, but when I saw it in my newsfeed and in my email, I could not resist but have us talk about it. So there are some companies and brands, such as Lionsgate, Hasbro, and Kellogg, that are buying up ad space in coloring book apps, and they're having some pretty decent amounts of success. Both selling ads, both banner ads, but also having their own coloring book pages designed for them in these apps. So for one example of what Lionsgate did for the film Wonder, they went to the coloring app Recolor and ran a 3-month campaign that featured a banner ad. You clicked the banner ad or tapped it since it's on your phone, and you were given the movie trailer for the movie and then 4 free coloring book app pages. Kellogg's has ran a campaign where you can color in 3D designs of Tony the Tiger and Pop-Tarts, and Marvel has its own coloring app, Marvel Color Your Own, I believe it is called. And the reason brands are doing this and why they're so interested in it is that they say coloring apps have a higher engagement rate than other in-app advertising, and I think that's pretty obvious to understand why, because when they're coloring your branded coloring book page, they're typically doing it for a decent amount of time, and if there's a banner ad on top, they're still staying on that page for a decent time. And the brands are saying that this is allowing them to target most coloring app users who are women in their 30s, which is an attractive demographic for these brands. And there's a couple other things. A lot of people, and the reasons that some of these engagement metrics are so large is that some of them are subscription-based rather than in-app purchases, so people are paying every month for having some sort of either unlimited amount of coloring pages or something like that. So what do you guys think about this? I mean, I think it's certainly interesting.
Well, I have to say, first off, my wife, who is right in that 30-year-old demographic, honey, but she's on these apps every single night when she's trying to decompress from, putting the baby to bed and having a long day at work and stuff. And so I see her; it really seems to be working for her. But I do see the time on page and time within app. It must be astronomical compared to even video viewing apps, things like that. And then plus it's something where you're constantly you're constantly manipulating the screen. You're always in there. You're always moving things around. So it's not even a situation where you're being passive. You're not sitting back and watching something. Yeah. You're constantly engaging with the app and the colors. And I think that the thing that surprises me is that some of the ones that I've seen are fairly simplistic. But my wife does some. They're huge fractal pictures, like big, really complicated and complex images. That you can really spend a lot of time with and get very intricate with. And you can definitely see how if you're the kind of person that needs to sort of shut off your conscious mind and just sort of work on something in the background. And I don't think this is anything new. If you've seen kind of the proliferation of videos on YouTube, things like that, where people are doing sand art, things like that people use to calm down, anything ASMR related, that kind of stuff. People are always looking for ways to use their phones and to calm down and become more present. And but I think that the fact that people are choosing coloring is really interesting. I know that the publishing industry recently also has gotten a boost in the coloring book world as well. I've seen numerous adult-themed coloring books, and I bought a couple as a gag gift for friends last year. One of them was horror movies, things like that. So
I think my brother got me an X-Files themed coloring book, which was nice for the 2 pages I colored and promptly forgot about it.
Black, white, and then red for Scully's hair, and that's about it.
Basically, that's about it.
Yeah. I think what Phillip said is an interesting point as a stress reliever. I mean, I think we all. We all look back to the days when we were kids with coloring. I mean, we work in a creative world, so we're involved in being creative in some way every day. But when you're working in any other kind of environment outside of the creative, there's always that need to want to show your own creativity in some way, and doing it as a coloring book, which is simple for you. You're already used to doing it. It's something that brought you a great deal of joy when you were younger. That's a perfect foray into having somebody stay on that app for a much longer period of time, because again, the more you get into it, the more you get a little bit better at it, the more you're going to do it, the more you're more detailed oriented type of coloring books you're going to want to do. So it sounds like a really brilliant idea to me to keep people involved in the product, the movie, whatever it seems to be at that point. But stress reliever, being creative in some way is a great way to do that.
Yeah, and one of the things mentioned in the article is that these brands are looking for you to be in a relaxed state of mind while interacting with that brand.
A suggestible state of mind.
A suggestible and hopefully positive interaction.
Right.
Just to give some additional numbers, coloring apps for adults sit among the top free and top grossing apps in the Apple iOS store, according to App Annie data. Of the current top 50 grossing entertainment apps, 11 are coloring book apps, they're also reaching the top charts in September and in December. 5 coloring apps were in the top 6 free apps, sandwiching Netflix at number 3. So there you go. I mean, I think it's certainly interesting. I believe, this is interesting. Tero Kutinen, co-founder of Chief Strategist at QHub, said branded coloring books on Recolor see an average engagement rate of 10 minutes.
Wow.
And for comparison, the average engagement rate of a custom interactive ad is 43.7 seconds.
Wow.
So 10 minutes. Something to think about. Finally, I decided that when, in honor of this story, to create our own Commexis coloring page, as you can see right here, and you're probably also, I'm probably fading it onto the screen right now. So you'll be able to find that in the description of our blog post. It's a simple JPEG, so print it out, go into MS Paint, and feel free to take a shot at it while you're at work.
And I'll give you the CYK numbers for the colors.
Exactly.
Well, I was just going to say, when is the paint by numbers coming out?
Exactly.
Because that was really fun for me. I mean, you've got a little bit of direction there. You can get a little bit better at it, and you can get much more detailed. So, I mean, I guess that's the next.
That is clearly
there might even be a contest.
Right.
Well, thank you.
Some of you may not even know what paint by numbers are. Take a look. They still sell a few of them in the stores.
Go to AC Moore.
Go to AC Moore, right.
Well, thank you everybody for tuning in to today's episode of the Commexis Cast Daily. Check us out tomorrow for more of the latest trending news, and send us on social media your painted in, colored in Commexis things. Have a great day.
Thank you. Bye-bye.